Okay, so took a little bit of a nap. We're back at this. This might be a longer video, but I figured first things first, should probably make a list of things I don't like and things I do like about myself, and try to figure out how to improve the ones that I do like and how to fix the ones that I don't. So let's see. Let's start with the ones that I don't like, because it's been a kind of a depressing kind of couple of days, and well, I've been thinking a lot about those. So, one, not very good at making money. I'm good at work. I'm good at doing work. I make pizzas for a living, and typically I'm pretty good at that. Most employers like me. I don't like them so much, but they think I do a good job. But that's not really it doesn't earn enough money. You just can't do it that way. So, there's a few different options there. Potentially opening my own place. I might have some resources for that, but I think one we're going to put down here is make more money. All right. Number two, that's a big one because I can see it on the camera all the time, is that fucking tooth right there. I think we're gonna fix that tooth. All right, we're gonna fix teeth. That's a good one. Okay. My diet is terrible, guys. I consume way too much sugar. I am like addicted to the sugar. So we're gonna start going sugar free. And recently, as recent as Christmas, honestly, I kind of stopped smoking weed. I've been a habitual pot smoker for most of my adult life. Mostly, I think, to kind of self-medicate and deal with depression issues and things like that, as well as a little bit of physical stuff. I broke my back when, God, how long ago was this now? 2009, I believe. So, you know, we're going on 15 years, and for a good long time, it was a pretty nice muscle relaxer that would just kind of give me, you know, especially if I could find an indica that just kind of relaxed everything, and then it didn't hurt so much. So I think we're just gonna continue on that. Continue weed free. Nothing against weed. I mean, hopefully someday I'll be able to smoke it again in a more responsible tone. But I do not have the ability right now to regulate how much I do. I was smoking an eighth a day, like 3 or 4 king size joints. It was a little ridiculous and unnecessary, especially with, again, going back to the first one, not making so much money. Not really too bad with the rest of the addiction stuff. Like, I don't drink that often, maybe a little bit socially. I quit smoking cigarettes years ago. But I think for the most part, we're going to go on that. Finding a new skill set. I spent the summer really trying to go like, well, if the pizza's not working out that well, what can I do? I think a big one would be maybe advance the culinary skills. But I also took some time to start learning cybersecurity. I know that's a pretty popular one right now that a lot of people are doing, and there's a big push for. So I got into that. I finished one of those Google security certificate things. Maybe we should try to follow through with that. We'll just put down computers. I've enjoyed learning coding and stuff like that. My brain works pretty mathematically. I like algorithms and patterns and things like that, and understanding how things work. So I think that's kind of down my rabbit hole already, but you know, I just got to focus on it a little bit more. So we'll say just computer stuff. All right. Now, got some things that I do like about myself. I'm in pretty good shape, so I think we'll keep with just exercise. Maybe we'll start getting back to the gym. It's been a little bit more difficult because I go to Planet Fitness. I live in Brooklyn, and they used to be 24/7. So right now, this time last year, if I was feeling this way, I could probably pretty easily have just gone to the gym and worked out for like an hour and a half. But now, with the way their schedule is, and I have terrible sleep, a terrible sleep schedule, it's made that very difficult. So I think we're gonna try to start exercising again, start running again. I also did a little boxing last year. That was great. Like when I first started running, it was killing me, but after a little bit, I really enjoyed that. So let's start exercising, running, and working out. Pretty good on the skateboard. I've been skateboarding for like, 27 years now. Today I actually got a really nice backsmith, which is a trick that I haven't been able to do in like, like almost 2 decades really well. Again, with the back injury and just life in general, I kind of fell off a lot, but I was able to maintain like a good steady amount of tricks, switching regular, but not really going fast. But I think I just want to keep building up on that because I'm coming close to 40, and I know you can keep skateboarding after 40, but I was kind of surprised I was able to keep skateboarding into my 30s. So I think we'll just kind of keep going on with the skateboarding. Okay, music. I love making music. I've been playing the guitar since I was 11 years old. So again, pretty much as long as the skateboarding, like a good like 26, 27 years. And over the last couple of years, I've branched out a little bit into other instruments. I kind of wanted, instead of like a lot of guitarists that I feel like they become multi-instrumentalists by learning, oh, the bass guitar, and the mandolin, and a banjo, ukulele, like a bunch of other stringed instruments that might have somewhat different tunings, you know, tuned to fourths instead of fifths and things like that. It's still kind of all in the same vein. Like it's just playing a guitar on a different instrument. And I didn't want to do that. So I started picking up the drums, the piano. I picked up the violin so that I could learn a bowed instrument. I got a cornet that my brother had so I could start learning how to play brass a little bit better, and a thing called a siphoon, which is a reed instrument. They call it like the pocket sax. It sounds like a saxophone or almost like a clarinet, but without the actual keys. It's more of just like, you know, whatever, like 8 holes that you use. I think I'd like to start getting back into that stuff. Again, with the chipped tooth, that might be a little bit more difficult. This thing, I chipped it when I was like 11 years old, and they put a cap on it thinking that they would, you know, fix it permanently when I was around 16 or 17, and it just never fell off. So they just left it on there. And then earlier, well, I guess last year in April, I made myself some breakfast, was eating some toast, and all of a sudden I realized that I had no cap to my tooth. And not having insurance, I couldn't really go and take care of that. So we'll try to get that fixed, and then we'll move on to those. But in the meantime, probably can start working a little bit harder on the drums, the piano, the violin, things like that I can do. So we'll put down for music, drums, piano, violin. So that's a pretty good start. The other one that I kind of picked up over the summer, again, because I'm just kind of into the arts, I think in general, was I started using Blender to try to learn how to do some animation. I used to do stop motion when I was younger, and even a couple of years ago I made like a Christmas pizza video thing with some felt and pipe cleaners, some elves that my dad used to make when I was younger, that are posable. So I think getting back into kind of animation and stop motion and stuff like that is something that I want to do. I've always had a lot of ideas for it and not a lot of follow through, so I think we'll start doing animation on here. All right, so obviously I think I'm going to build on this list, but we're going to start there. And earlier I tried doing a live stream thing on this just because I'm very new to a lot of the YouTube stuff, and I've not always been very social media savvy and stuff like that, and I need 50 followers to do a live video. So I think that one thing that we'll also add to this list is get myself up to 50 followers. So I think added all to the way. Right now, also need to find a job. So that's a good start. We'll start working on getting ourselves some followers. We'll try to find ourselves some better employment with the pizza stuff. We'll start working on our own business for a pizzeria. Already kind of have that in the works, so that won't be too hard to, but just stay motivated in. We'll start getting more on the computer stuff and the exercising and the music and everything else like that. And yeah, you know, new year, new me type thing. So just kind of keep documenting this stuff as much as I can. Hopefully that will be motivation. If I'm like, all right, let me try to post something once a day, either something that I've accomplished or some small little journal thing like this. Also, it's not just me here. We got ourselves Johanna. She's always here to keep me company. So such a good kitty. Yeah, we'll try to keep up with all of that until. All right. So tomorrow I'll try to post something else. Until then, if you want to help me try to hit this 50 follower goal as soon as possible, give me a follow and maybe I can start doing some live streams soon. All right. Thank you.